Ama, an inquiry into medical terms and understandings in different cultures. Ama is a profound concept in Ayurveda that can perfectly illustrate the problems of translation, interpretation, and cultural misuse of concepts. Ama is a description of harmful substance that slows down processes and causes disturbance and illness. Ama is a key word in Ayurvedic medicine. Ama could be interpreted as undigested or raw, but must not be translated as detox. Vasant writes, because of the law inner fire, the first food precursors of the dhatus remain unprocessed. Those disturbed, unprocessed raw food precursors then enter the stomach instead of going to feed the dhatus, at which point they are called ama. According to some, accumulated wastes are ama, but according to others, undigested ahara rasa is ama, and according to others, the previously disturbed dosha is called ama. Unfortunately, ama removal is often considered similar to Western concepts of impurity eradication in natural medicine, which is very unspecific, both in what is removed and how it is removed. In Western alternative medicine, mostly laxative teas or enemas are used and are considered to be a detox method for all kinds of ailments that not even necessarily include the vast concept of ama. Detox stands for an improvement of physical and mental performance, cleanliness, and purity. Unfortunately, the traditional essential Ayurveda concept of ama pachana, removal of ama, is now often translated in the West as detox too. But, as Professor Ram Manohar from Amrita College, Kollam, Kerala highlighted at the International Ayurveda Conference in Nadia, Gujarat in 2018, if we use the word detox, we then have to prove what we are talking about. We have to prove that we eliminate substances and what substances and that they have been eliminated. In classical Ayurveda, ama is a complex concept with precisely described measures, how to detect it and how to eliminate it. It says, the first dhatu, rasa, which by the weakness of the digestive fire remaining uncooked and becoming vitiated accumulates in the stomach and small intestine, is known as ama. According to my observation, ama is also formed from unresolved emotion. If you have unexpressed anger, emotions or fears, it will create mental ama. To be one with the present moment means clarity, but we live in the past and we live in the future. Because of its sticky, gluey qualities, ama creates attachment to the past, and because of its liquid and slimy qualities, it causes us to skate or slide into the future. It is the past and the future that gives meaning to life. The present moment is deeply connected to the past, and when you stay in the present moment, you can see the past clearly. To be in the present moment is to be with Agni. And Agni is clarity, love, and digestion. When we are stuck with the past, our emotion never gets digested or processed into love or intelligence. So, be in the present moment, Vasant says. By being in the present moment, you can heal the past, he says. Charaka describes ama based on its symptoms, not the way of its removal, like stiffness, heaviness in the body and mind, laziness, tiredness, lack of inspiration, feeling unwell, numb, shattered, a lack of appetite, digestive disorders, sluggish digestion, blocked digestion, bloated abdomen, sinking stool, thick coating of the tongue, sticky phlegm discharge, lazy slippery pulse, unpleasant body odor and smelly excrements, lack of clarity of mind and senses, from Professor Gupta and Elmer Stapelfeld in Ayurveda medicine. In order to understand the differences to Western thinking, it is important to leave the Western Cartesian concept of duality of mind and matter in order to observe the deep complexity of a philosophical system that rather describes existence as a continuum of unfolding and connection. Ayurveda looks at the unfolding of life as in being in a constant movement of creation and decay, with individualized self-care according to the doshas and gunas, understanding the cycles of daily life and of aging. Ayurveda practices care for maintaining health and provide cure for illnesses. Yoga, though, is focusing on understanding the mental and psychological features of our existence through self-inspection. Self-inquiry and self-care and cure could be introduced as the two sciences deriving from the same source of Shankya. However, their ways and goals are different, and practical appliances for the patient that can be successfully joined in treatment plans. Both Yoga and Ayurveda create a stable system of self-reflection, self-responsibility, and meaning-making, as well as an understanding how to achieve inner stability and take care of one's health, those of the family, the community, the country, and the environment. Ram Manohar says, Ayurveda discusses not only dosha prakrit, but also manas prakrit. Just like the body types are created by dominance of vata, pitta, and kapha, sattva, rajas, and tamas create mental types in various permutations and combinations. 16 types of mental constitution have been described. Ayurveda considers human personality as multifaceted, created by ethnicity, family, geography, time and age apart from dosha and mind. From Prakrit and Human Personality, PowerPoint 2019. Translation of clinical Sanskrit terms. A Sanskrit is a very complex language, and translations are depending on the context and the sentence meaning and the speakers. It is almost impossible to translate the meaning into any other language without interpreting the text. Interpretation means the words are adapted to the other culture's meaning. The original Sanskrit terms are kept in this thesis as much as possible to avoid misunderstandings. Sanskrit is a language that has been used to inquire philosophical questions and to teach. It is spoken till today, mostly in Brahmin families. Sanskrit is not a part of the cultural heritage of India's Muslim community and only used by Hindu families. Now described in some detail would be each of the 8 psychological factors and behavioral factors used in Ayurveda studies on mental health. First, the term manas in this context refers to the thought, affect, and emotional aspect of the mind. Therefore, the various kinds of thought abnormalities like delusions and delusional ideations, and the states of mood like depression, elation, anxiety are assessed under the factor manas. Second, the term buddhi refers to intellect, decision-making, and problem-solving aspects of mental functioning. Standardized tools for assessing intelligence, tests of intelligence are for clinical methods, judgment are useful in this regard. Third, the term sanjna jnana refers to the awareness of surroundings and response to external stimuli and measures, phenomena such as orientation and responsiveness, and attention and consciousness. Clinical methods available for measuring these aspects should be used. Fourth, the term smriti refers to all components of memory, such as immediate retention and recall, recent memory and remote memory including learning, acquisition. Fifth, the term bhakti refers to the normal, intact, altered and unusual desires related to food, dress, entertainment, study, work, hobby, sex, etc. Sixth, the term Shila refers to habits, temperament, and general behavior which are measured under this aspect. Seventh, the term Chesta measures the psychomotor activity by clinical observing the retardation, agitation, restlessness, cooperativeness, and non-cooperativeness, etc. in a psychiatric patient. Finally, 8, the term Achara refers to personal and social conduct measured by misbehavior, quarrel, disrespect to elders, and other respectable and other similar activities by a psychiatric patient. From Charaka Samhita, Medyaviki, Ummaranidana, Red 2020. Another source quotes Charaka as in, Charaka observed that the rajas and tamas are two factors which affect the mind and they produce symptoms of mental disorder. While describing pathogenesis of a mental disorder to obsessive compulsive disorder, Charaka says that the mind, manas, and intellect get clouded with increase of rajas and tamas. Hridaya, seat of manas, is disturbed by an imbalance of doshas, three dosha, and this state of mind is referred to as pramoha. Charaka describes 8 essential psychological factors that are negatively affected in various ways in all psychiatric disorders. They are mind, manas, cognition, buddhi, orientation and responsiveness, samjana, jnana, devotion, bhakti, habits, shila, and psychomotor activity, chesta, and conduct, achara. Once upon a time, Punarvasu, the abode of buddhi, smriti, jnana, and tapas, and the protector of living beings, while replying to questions, explained Agnivesha, the etiology, signs, symptoms, and treatment of Unmada, insanity, quoted from Sharma 2019.